Hey everybody, Arthur here with part 2 of the San Diego Comic-Con NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nickelodeon set. This time we're doing the villains since you guys already saw the turtles, and the villains are probably my favorite part. I love the turtles, but I love these villains because they knocked them out of the park in my opinion, and they come with a buttload of accessories very similar to the turtles. So start with the foot soldier accessories, then we'll go into the foot soldier, then shredder accessories, and so on and so forth. But what they do come with, since foot soldiers are identical, there's two of them, as you can see, they do come with interchangeable hands. These hands are sculpted really nice, like if you can see the detail there. They even got like the fingernails and everything. So these are a pair of open palm. In case you want them to do, high fives, stuff like that. And we do get another set of open palms. So I guess 2 pair. And then we get 2 pairs of gripping hands. And the gripping hands look really nice as well. You still got the little wrinkles in the knuckles, the nails and everything. I mean, these are very well sculpted. And as you can see, they all have that little articulation in the wrist. So you get those, and they come with weapons. So one of the iconic weapons is this weird, I used to think it must be like a sonic blaster or something, because as a kid I used to think it was just like a plunger gun. But this thing is sculpted so well, painted very, very clean. And I mean, when you're looking at sculpts in paint, you're usually, there's sort of no question when it comes to NECA, because their stuff is out of the park. So, really, really cool. It's solid. It's like a hard plastic, which is nice. And then you get another laser rifle. Something that I would think that I would see with like more so like Rocksteady or something of that nature, but it still looks amazing. All the paint detail, sculpt work. Tip of the gun and stuff is red. You got the scope, it's purple. The consistency with the paint is just, it's great. Love it. And then we'll go ahead and get into one of the foot soldiers now. I love the look at these. Like, I love the paint job. Like, these are foot soldiers to me. Love the two-tone purple. Just like straight out of the cartoon. I love their weird oblong heads. But and I love the foot symbols actually like sculpted into the sculpt of the head sculpt, which is really nice too. And if you guys aren't familiar, the foot was actually inspired by the hand. Like Eastman and Laird were big like Daredevil fans, so it's like sort of like a little homage to, they had the Foot Clan, and then Daredevil had the hand. The wrinkles on the little cowl thing looks really nice. His head articulation, they get the full rotation. And these guys are going to be tight because I did not mess with them before reviewing, and they've been sitting for a while because I had to wait for those alternate heads for the turtles. But get really good motion, looking up and down very, very well. And then it's pretty cool. You can see like the ribbing right there, sort of adding that whole fabric look. Now arms, again, these are going to be tight. They do go up. He does have they do have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Wrist rotation, and then of course you get the wrist bend. See that right there. And I really like the armor. Like all this stuff is straight up like an old school foot soldier, which I do have a old school foot soldier, which I'll bring out after we're done taking a look at the articulation. So looking really awesome. Got, I guess, little sleeve parts right here, which is sort of weird. guess that's to hold it in place. I don't really know what that is. But it's smaller on this side and bigger on this one. As for waist rotation, he does have waist rotation. No ab crunch or anything. But which is okay. I mean, they're robots. Look at that sculpt work in the fabric. That's beautiful. Now legs, they are still sort of, they are ninjas. I love this skirt part's like a pliable rubber, so it has the slices on the side, so you can actually get them to do some splits. You can do the Van Damme with them. That's how the joints are right there. You do get the hip swivel, which is beautifully protected, or not protected, but hidden underneath the skirt. You can see the swivel right there. I don't mind that. You do get double jointed knees. Well, why am I doing that knee when you can't even see it? You do get double jointed knees. You get a, okay, maybe this looks like, yeah. So that's a tight one. You do get a boot swivel right there. Ankle bending, toe bend, and you also get the pivot right there, which is awesome. So really good articulation, and you know, he can do the Spartan kick as well as the Van Damme splits. But overall, Foot Soldier, very awesome. Let me go ahead and bring an old school one so you guys can actually see. And there you go. This is my you know, transforming version of the Foot Soldier, but still get an idea and how to look. As I knocked Krang over, you see the armor and everything. They don't really have the armor on the sides, and I wish they would have came with this iconic weapon. That would have been pretty sweet. But yeah, straight up Foot Soldier. Blurry Foot Soldiers. There you go. So let's go ahead and get into Shredder. Really, really great. It came with 2 pairs of hands, and one of those pairs is like some sort of, I don't know, expression hands of some sort. I don't know if he's trying to fighting hands. I don't know, but they got the wrinkles, the fingernails, claws, like really, really nice sculpted hands. They're beautiful. And then he has 2 gripping hands. I love the fact that all these are like sort of like a softer, pliable rubber, so you don't have to worry about them snapping off. And the reason he needs gripping hands is because he comes with some awesome accessories. One, he comes with a laser pistol. Again, consistency with the paint looking nice and clean. All the paint detail. I mean, this is a very, very nice laser pistol. Neca's just killed it with this set. And then, of course, you can't have, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles without a canister of ooze. I wish it said ooze, or, you know, might have had some labels on it. But two-tone blue. Not too shabby. And I saved the best for last. This is my favorite part of this set. This little tricorder hand thingy with a picture of Krang on there, and that is phenomenal. Like, the detail they did is great, because I mean, this is straight up what you would see in the cartoon when he's talking, and it's awesome. The detail is insane. Like, I can't say it enough. Like, Neca gets detail and sculpt. I just hope they do a little step further with their articulation. With this wave, a lot of their articulation is pretty on point. But you can see that's like a sticker. My only concern is over time. I hope that sticker just doesn't bubble out. But still really, really cool accessories there. Now let's get into Shredder. This guy is awesome. Like, he is straight up from the cartoon. The eyes, the eyebrows, everything. Just, I know a lot of people bought this set just to get a Shredder like this. And he does have the very awesome and soft goods cape. So that's a really cool feature. And I mean, they sculpted his back muscles really nicely. Not deep as some of like Legends and stuff like that, but still pretty cool. This part does sort of flare up a little bit, but it's okay. But yeah, it's so badass. Like, I love his face. So he does get the full rotation. The helmet doesn't really restrict him too much. He just gets to points where it gets tighter when he gets more to the side. He can look down. He can not really look up because that's where the helmet kicks in the restriction now. But at least you can look down. This is a rubber for his spikes and everything. Again, sculpted. I love the little damage they've done there, and I love the outline into the muscles and stuff. So his arms, again, this is trying not to break it because everything's so tight on these guys. And his arm does go up. That might be as far as it goes. Yeah, I think it might be. And he does get some bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. I have a double jointed elbow. Awesome armor. Forearm guards, I guess. That part's sculpted really nice. And then his hands, get the rotation. And then, of course, you got to have the wrist bends. And this is the same on both sides, too. So I'm not going to show you both sides. But, and again, you're not going to worry about breaking these off because they're rubber. And he does get a little bit of a waist swivel. He's very, very tight. And I think it's like this part right here is a separate piece. It's like a softer rubber too. So it's sort of like rubbing on it. So he does get some rotation, not as much. And then there's definitely no ab crunch. And he does have a little bit of a collar up there too. So. And then he has the slits on the side just like the foot soldiers. So he's going to get that same articulation. I mean, you got to be able to do the splits as you're fighting and doing martial arts stuff. He does have the double jointed knee. It's got that boot swivel, toe bend, rocker, all that. All the articulation you'd want in these figures, except for ab crunch, which I can respect. And I like the fact that he's not overly cut. Like, you don't see every freaking muscle underneath and everything, but he's just a very, very... It's Shredder. I mean, what more would you want from Shredder? He's very, very cool. Nice actual sized figure. And again, this is straight from my childhood. This is how Shredder looked to me. Granted, the Mirage, like the comics and stuff, they had their Shredder look a little bit different, but I love the comics, but this Shredder was the iconic Shredder for me. And as for last, but definitely not least, we got Krang. And Krang doesn't come with really any accessories. I mean, I guess he could hold one of those guns, but his main accessory is this. He comes with a tripod. It's nice and clean. Very nice sculpt. I mean, all you're doing is sticking it in the butt right there. So in case he's out of his walker. And Krang himself is amazingly sculpted, painted really nicely. Like, there's really, I mean, this whole video. I'm like, everything's painted so good and sculpted so nice. Like, that should be like, I guess that's like NECA standard. They nailed it. They nailed it on Krang. And his arms, or tentacles, should I say, they do move. And they're on little ball joints, which comes into full effect for a reason. So, can't have Krang without his walker. We'll get into, let me look at the walker separately, and then I'll pop Krang in there. The sculpt on those tubes, like, in person, they almost look like they could be real tubes. The black outline just makes everything look so good. Check out the interior here. I wonder how he has to poop. It's like, I guess maybe that little part right there would like fall out. I don't know. Because you know he's in there. He's got to poop somewhere. I mean, I would think, yeah, see, there you go. He poops into that little slot. And then you got like, it's almost like a toaster. So like somebody has to go out and like remove that part to remove the poop maybe. But I mean, again, like the detail. The detail is disgustingly good. The legs have great detail as well. They do get some bending, a little bit of rotation. You guys, it's like the detail just is from top to bottom. But yeah, this is really like, I wish we got a little bit of maybe some toe articulation or something, because you just get this to rotate. This sort of just kicks up and back, and then you have the, it's basically like 3 points there in the rotation. I wish it had a little bit more articulation in the legs. So to put Krang in, you just open this up. Krang just fits perfectly in here, like so. Close it up, and then you take his little arms. I dropped one of them. Let me reposition him in here a little bit better. There you go. So you don't want to see those arm holes. So when you're looking at them, you want it to look like this, and it's awesome. Like, popping the arms off instead of just leaving the hole where you have to tuck them in is just so much more convenient. And it looks a lot better too. There we have it. I changed out some of the hands, put their accessories in, and I forgot about one accessory for Shredder that he came with. Came with a katana, and it looks really, really nice. Just gold paint for like the two parts. It's not really gold, it's like a pale yellow. It's a really basic sword. I mean, in case you want them to be fighting with a sword. But how I have them all set up is, you know, you got to have foot soldiers with their guns and stuff looking really, really, really nice. I just love the look with, and they can hold all the items very well. Krang, I ended up setting him up holding the ooze container. You could probably even get away with holding the gun or something, but I think he looks more appropriate holding the little ooze container. And then we got Shredder. Even though Krang was right next to him, he still wants to talk to him over his cell phone there. Come on, guys, these are like, that's like the cell phone of the future right there. He's all FaceTiming, Snapchatting, and then he is holding his nice little laser pistol. Like, it just looks fantastic. And of course, you know, with all my new figures, I can never really pose them, get them to stand perfectly. So when I mess with them, you know, I'll just lean them up against the box. Yeah, let the box do all the work. So yeah, so this is my unboxing. I guess not really unboxing, but this is my review of the villains from the San Diego Comic-Con Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. I hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, add a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, good luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a wonderful day.